Hi, everyone. Being nice and being kind are two very different things, and the sooner you understand that, the stronger you become. Being nice is often a survival tactic we're taught young, especially as girls. Be nice means smile when you're uncomfortable. Say it's okay when it's not. Don't rock the boat, don't make anyone upset, be soft, be quiet, be agreeable, and over time, you start confusing that fake politeness for real goodness. But let me tell you, there is nothing good about betraying yourself just to make someone else feel better. That's not kindness. That's self-abandonment. Kindness, real kindness, has a backbone. It says, I can respect you, but I'm not going to lie to keep you happy. Kindness is grounded in strength, not fear. It's when you help someone because it feels right, not because you're afraid they won't like you if you say no. Nice people often end up exhausted, overcommitted, and quietly resentful because they keep giving from an empty cup just to maintain an image. But kind people, they give when they want to, not when they have to, and they know how to stop when enough is enough. Think about it. The nice girl says yes to working overtime, even though she's already burned out, just to avoid disappointing her boss. The kind woman says, I can't take that on right now, because she values her time and health. And she's still professional and respectful. One gets walked over, the other gets respected. Being nice is about pleasing others. Being kind is about honoring yourself while respecting others. And if someone gets angry because you chose your peace over their comfort, that's not your problem. That's their lesson to learn. You are not responsible for managing other people's emotions at the cost of your own well-being. So don't let the world guilt you into thinking you're a bad person just because you're done pretending. You can be kind and still be fierce. You can be kind and still say no. You can be kind and still protect your energy like it's sacred, because it is. Stop playing the nice girl. Start showing up as your whole self. That's not just powerful, it's revolutionary. Speak your truth even if your voice shakes. That's not just a motivational quote, it's a call to action, because too many people are walking through life hiding what they really think, feel, and believe just to keep others comfortable. They stay quiet in rooms that make them feel small. They nod along when something feels wrong in their gut. They swallow opinions, bury pain, and fake smiles, and all of it slowly chips away at their sense of self. When you don't speak your truth, you're not protecting peace. You're sacrificing your identity. You're telling the world that your thoughts don't matter. And over time, you start believing that too. You stop showing up as you and start becoming a version of yourself that fits everyone else's expectations. But that version, it's not real, it's not whole, it's not free. Telling the truth doesn't mean you have to shout or be harsh. It means being honest with yourself first, and then having the courage to say it out loud. Maybe it's telling a friend that her jokes hurt you, even if you laugh along. Maybe it's saying, I'm not okay, instead of pretending to be strong all the time. Maybe it's finally saying, I want more respect, more support, more from life. People might not always like it. Some might call you difficult. Others might try to guilt you back into silence. Let them. That's not your weight to carry. You don't owe the world a watered-down version of your truth just because it's easier for them to digest. Your job isn't to make everyone else comfortable. It's to honor your voice, even when it trembles. Truth is power. It cuts through the noise. It builds real connection. It teaches people how to treat you. And more than anything, it sets you free. Because when you start speaking from the heart, without fear or apology, you stop just existing and start living. Your voice isn't too much. Your feelings aren't too loud. Your truth is your power. Don't hide it. Don't shrink it. Say it, live it, own it. That's when everything starts to change. Setting boundaries without guilt is one of the most powerful things you'll ever learn to do. And let's be honest, it's hard, especially when you've spent your whole life being praised for being easygoing, helpful, or the one who always says yes. But here's the truth. Being available to everyone all the time is not kindness. It's self-neglect. You cannot keep pouring into people while leaving yourself empty. That's not noble. That's destructive. You teach people how to treat you by what you allow, and when you say yes to things you don't what you don't want to do, when you let people push past your limits because you don't want to seem mean, you are silently telling them that your time, energy, and peace don't matter. But they do matter, and if you don't start protecting them, no one else will. Think of boundaries as a personal security system, not a wall to shut people out, but a line that says, this is how far you can go with me. It's not about being cold or unkind. It's about knowing your worth and making it clear. If someone calls you only when they need a favor and never checks in otherwise, you have every right to say, I'm not available right now. If your boss expects you to respond to emails at midnight, you have every right to say, I'll reply during working hours. That's not attitude, that's self-respect. Yes, people might be shocked when you start saying no. They might accuse you of changing. Let them. You are changing into someone who values herself, into someone who doesn't tolerate being drained, dismissed, or disrespected. And the ones who truly care about you will adjust. The ones who benefited from your silence might not. That's okay. Let them go. You are not on this earth to be everything to everyone. You're here to be fully, unapologetically yourself. And that means drawing lines where they're needed. No guilt, no over-explaining, just clarity, honesty, and strength. Boundaries aren't selfish, they're essential. Because when you start standing up for yourself, your life starts changing, and you'll wonder why you ever waited so long. Stop shrinking yourself. Stop making yourself small so others can feel big. You were never meant to tiptoe through life hoping not to offend anyone. You were built to stand tall, to speak loud, to take up space like you belong, because you do. Every time you dim your light to make others comfortable, you deny the world the real version of you. And believe it or not, the real you is exactly what the world needs. Some people have been taught that being humble means hiding your talents, that confidence is arrogance, that taking the spotlight is selfish. But that's a lie meant to keep you quiet. Confidence isn't arrogance, it's truth. It's saying, I know who I am, and I'm not afraid to show up. It's walking into a room without needing to shrink your energy just to fit in. And if someone can't handle your full presence, that's their insecurity, not your problem. You weren't put on this planet to be invisible. You weren't born to blend in. You were born to shine, to lead, to inspire, not just quietly in the background, but boldly, proudly, fully. Taking up space means you give yourself permission to speak your ideas, to wear what makes you feel alive, to chase the dreams that light you up inside. It means you stop apologizing for being too much or not enough and start simply being, without explanation. Think about it. A tree doesn't stop growing because it's blocking someone else's view. It grows tall, strong, rooted in its own space. That's what you need to be. Grounded, unapologetic, whole. Taking up space also means claiming your seat at the table, even if no one pulled out a chair for you. It means walking into rooms like you deserve to be there, even if you're the only one who believes it at first. That belief, that boldness is contagious. It creates shifts. It gives other people permission to do the same. So no more shrinking, no more playing small just to make others feel okay. Be seen, be heard, be felt. Because when you take up space, you show others how to take up theirs too. That's not ego, that's leadership, that's power, that's freedom. Stop waiting for permission. No one is coming to hand you a golden ticket and say, now it's your turn. Life doesn't work like that. If you sit around waiting for someone to validate your dreams, your voice, your decisions, you'll be waiting forever. The truth is, most people who changed the game didn't ask for approval. They decided they were enough as they were, and they moved. And that's what you have to do. Move. Even if no one claps for you yet. Even if people doubt you. Even if you're scared. Too many people are living inside cages made of other people's opinions. They ask, is it okay if I try this? Will people think I'm good enough? Will they judge me? Yes, some will judge, some won't understand. But here's the thing. You don't need everyone to get it. You just need to get it yourself. You need to trust that your idea, your dream, your gut feeling has value, and then you act on it. Don't wait for someone to tell you you're ready. Start the business, write the book, apply for the role, speak in that meeting, launch the project, show up. You will learn by doing. You will grow in the process. Waiting for perfection is just fear in disguise. And fear is a liar that sounds like logic. Think about the people you admire. They didn't tiptoe into greatness. They didn't pause every 5 minutes to check if everyone was still okay with their decisions. They stepped forward. Sometimes they stumbled, but they stepped. And because of that, they moved mountains. You were not born to live on standby. You were not made to be an extra in your own life. The role of the main character belongs to you, and you don't need anyone's green light to claim it. You don't need someone's permission to be powerful, to be bold, to be different. You already have the authority. You just need to believe it. Every time you hold back, every time you ask the world if it's okay to be who you are, you delay the life that's waiting for you. Stop asking, start doing. You don't need permission, you need to decide. And once you do, everything changes. You are not here to be liked by everyone. You are not a product on a shelf waiting for approval. You are a human being with depth, edges, truth, and fire. And not everyone is going to like that. And that's perfectly okay. The problem is we are taught from a young age, especially as women, that being liked is the goal. Be sweet, be agreeable, don't ruffle feathers, smile even when you're hurting, keep your tone soft. And for what? So people feel more comfortable around a watered-down version of you? Chasing approval is a race with no finish line, because the moment you adjust who you are to please one person, someone else will find something else to criticize. You'll twist, bend, and shrink yourself over and over until one day you don't even recognize who you are, and even then someone still won't like you. That's the trap. That's the lie. Being liked by everyone is not a goal worth chasing. It costs too much. It costs your voice, your joy, your peace, your identity. When you stop needing to be liked, you start getting real. Real friends, real relationships, real respect. Because when you stand in your truth without trying to perform or perfect for anyone else, you draw in the people who see you and love you as you are, not as the version you fake for their comfort. And the ones who don't, let them go. Not everyone deserves access to you. Not everyone's opinion should carry weight in your life. You don't need validation to be valuable. Your worth isn't up for debate. It doesn't rise when people applaud, and it doesn't fall when they criticize. It stays constant. It's yours. And once you understand that, you become unstoppable. Because suddenly fear loses its grip. You stop overthinking every word. You stop walking on eggshells. You stop apologizing for simply existing. This doesn't mean you become cold or cruel. It means you stop editing yourself for the sake of being palatable. You show up fully. You speak honestly. You live boldly. And if someone can't handle that, that's their problem, not yours. You weren't made to blend in. You were made to stand out, to speak up, to live deeply and loudly and fully. And not everyone will like that. But the ones who matter, the ones who are worth keeping around, they will. Because you'll no longer be liked by default, you'll be loved for being real. And that's worth everything.